everyone, welcome to part 4 of my Christmas countdown. My name is Sari and I'm a knitwear designer from Finland, and these are my knitting podcast videos. For the December I've been doing a little mini vlog every day to highlight one of my favorite patterns, and today's pattern is the Robin beanie, and this has been one of my favorite things to wear for, this is already the 3rd winter, so I wanted to highlight that one. I think it's probably the most popular hat pattern that I have, either this one or the Iris beanie. So I wanted to highlight that today and talk a bit more about that. But the idea of my Christmas countdown is also kind of like an advent calendar for all of you. So I've been putting the highlighted patterns on little discount, so you can get the Robin beanie pattern now with a minus 24 or my 24% discount, and the discount is valid until the end of the day tomorrow, so that is December 5th and midnight Helsinki time. So you have plenty of time to get the pattern. You don't need any code for that. I will link my Ravelry store as well as my web shop, which is on Shopify. It's sarinorton.com. So I will link everything below this video so you can easily check that out and use the discount if you want. The sweater that I'm wearing is a Thule pullover. This is my favorite winter pullover. I'm actually working on a more lightweight version of this at the moment because I kind of want to extend the time that I get to wear my Thules. So this is knitted with Dererum Naturas Siverno, which is a bulky weight yarn. It's top down, you can see me wearing it over here, and this is also an older design. I think it's 4 or maybe even 5 years ago that I made the first one. Maybe 4 years ago, I think. Time goes so fast, I can't keep up. But anyway, I always wear it in the winter. It's my favorite basic. So anyway, that's not today's highlighted pattern, unfortunately, but it's the Robin beanie. So the Robin beanie actually started with maybe 2.5 years ago. I saw a photo of Justin Bieber, of all people, wearing this like really bright pink hat, and there was something about that photo and that hat that like stuck in my head, and I had this immediate obsession that I must have a big pink beanie. So for the next 4 months or so I looked through every yarn shop for the perfect pink yarns and I couldn't find it. And then I went to Barcelona Knits, and there was the Petit Parisiens, and they sold this perfect pink yarn. So I will link the yarn names below this video so you can easily check those out as well, so you don't have to try to understand my poor French pronunciation. But anyway, this is their fingering weight yarn, and I think it's Merino yarn and silk mohair, and it was the absolute perfect pink. So it's not too warm. I wanted to have like more like neon colder pink, and this was it. It was like love at first sight, and I immediately knew that this is the yarn for the Justin Bieber beanie. So I made this one, and it started at the top, so you first make these increases into the ribbing and then just continue into 2x2 rib until your hat is totally ready. So this is a really nice way, like top down is a really nice way to make hats, because especially if you're using leftover yarns or single skeins, you can just keep going until you run out of yarn, so you don't have to try to estimate how much yarn you need to finish the crown decreases, because you make them first and then you just continue downwards. And after I made the pink beanie, I realized that I have to make it also in another color, because this is so bright that you kind of like get stuck on the color and you don't see the details at all, and maybe some people don't like pink, so then they would just go past the pattern because it's like, I don't like pink, I don't want a pink beanie. And sometimes it's really hard for people to imagine things in another color, especially if it's a really bright color. I've talked about this earlier also in my podcast, but if you're new, I'll just talk about it quickly. But people's eyes are always first drawn to movement and color, and only after that you see the details. So if you look at the hat, you first see that it's really bright pink, and if you don't like pink, then you just move forward and it's really hard to like focus on the details. So that's why I wanted to make the hat also in another color. So this is the same hat, but it's in this grayish brown colorway. This is from Biches and Bûches, and if you look at the hats next to each other, they are the same, but still not the same. So you can see that the details are exactly the same, the increases are the same, but for this one you can see the details better, so your eyes are drawn to the folded brim, to the ribbing and the increases, or the crown shaping, whereas this one you see the color, and maybe after that you can see the nice little halo from the Mohair. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do it in another colorway as well. And I can see I have used this one so much more than this one because I love it. Finnish winters are often very dark, so we don't get that much sunlight during winter, and now it's, you can see it's sunny. It's weird, it's been so grey and dark for the past, I don't know how many days, too many days. So today it's a bit sunny, and we got a little bit of snow yesterday, so that also makes everything a bit brighter today. But anyway, I have a black winter coat and everything is dark and gloomy during winter, so I wanted to have something like really pop of color, and this has been my like dopamine knit for the past 2 years. This is the 3rd year that I'm wearing it. And Finnish people are usually very reserved. We don't talk to strangers on the tram or the bus, but every time I wear this, at least one person stops and comments that they love it and ask where I got it or something like that. But it's something that seems to be like striking a chord with a lot of people. And then I have a yellow version. So this was knitted by my friend Doxy for me. So this is with Madeline Tosh, and it's really nice also. Again, a totally different vibe. This has more kind of like a sporty quality to me. This would be something that if I went downhill skiing, I think this would be like the perfect match for the slopes. But I really love this one as well. And I have another robin beanie on my needles. So I showed this to you earlier in my podcast. I still have a bit more left to do. So you can see it here. It has this like slightly neon yellow speckles over here and there. So if you look at it like further away, it's kind of like just your regular beige oatmeal colored beanie. Very classy, very neutral. But if you look at it closer, you can see that it's quite not as you first expect it to be. And for this one, the yarn that I've been using, this is Odan from Farmer's Daughter. So this one, and it's a leftover from my acorn pullover that I made earlier this year. And then this one is PRU Punk Rock Unicorn, and this is the colorway Neon Oats. So this is the Soul. It's actually a sock sock yarn. So this is the combination that I'm using for this Robin beanie. And I thought that I could quickly show you something else that I have on my needles. So a slightly longer episode today. Get a bit of extra. Just show you what I'm making. So a couple of projects that are on my needles. So this is the Stars Hollow pullover. And I'm almost done with it. So as you can see, I think I should make just one more of the pattern repeat over there. So the last one is coming along, and then I have the bottom ribbing left. So I have made the sleeves, and this is currently being test knitted. So the pattern is coming just before Christmas, and I named it after Gilmore Girls because I thought, first of all, I've been knitting this while watching Gilmore Girls, and also I think this is something one of the characters could have worn in the series, maybe Rory. But yeah, it's a very classic take on cables, so I wanted to create something like more chunky weight cables. And the yarn that I'm using for this one is Kelbourne Woolens Lucky Tweed. The colorway is called Cream, and it has kind of like this, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it has these bluish and yellowish speckles, or like tweed knobs every here and there. So this is what it looks like. It has the European shoulder construction and also the same cable on the back, and the sleeves have a couple of short rows so that improves the fit. So you can see it looks kind of like a set-in sleeve, although it's done seamlessly. So you just pick up the stitches along the armhole and then add a couple of short rows to the top of the sleeve to make the fit a bit better. So this is the Stars Hollow pullover. And another thing that I've been making is over here. So this is another TV inspired knit, or not, maybe not TV inspired, but named after TV series. So that was the Stars Hollow pullover, named after Gilmore Girls, and this is the Meredith Grey pullover. I named it Meredith Grey because that was first kind of like my first working title for this project. But it wasn't, I wasn't first like going to keep the name, it was just a working title. The yarn is British DK from the Garcons, and I bought the yarn at Flock Fiber Festival in Seattle, so that's one of the reasons for the Meredith Grey name. Yarn from Seattle, Seattle Grey, which was the hospital in Grey's Anatomy. And also the colorway name is called Meredith Grey. So this is what it looks like, a perfect sunlight situation going on, so you can actually really see the lace pattern. So it has a raglan construction, as you can see, and this lace pattern over here, folded neck, favorite thing of mine to make. And I'm working on the sleeve. As soon as I have this first sleeve ready, I will have the call for test knitters. This one I'm hoping to get the pattern out in maybe mid-January, something like that. So if I get it out for test knitting very soon, then I think that would be doable. But yeah, this is the Meredith Grey pullover. I'll show you one more thing in this video. That's something that I haven't shown on Instagram yet, so you are the first ones to see my new cast on. And I think I told in my November vlog that I had way too many sweaters on my needles, and I had a lot of ideas for new cast-ons, but I was kind of trying to hold myself from not casting on everything. I had to finish something, and as soon as I got the pullover off my needles, then I gave myself permission to cast on something. And ta-da! Here it is. It's a book club sweater. So I have made this is going to be the back. So the back pattern is now ready, and I'm still thinking whether to have kind of like the same kind of short row sleeve as for the Stars Hollow pullover, or continue like to a full drop shoulder. So this is what it looks like, and it has the same diamond shape pattern and this kind of like wheat-ear cable over here as the book club cardigan, but I added one more cable or diamond here in the middle. So the cardigan has seed stitch in the middle, but I decided to add another, like a third diamond to the middle. And this is a yarn that I bought from Sacred Sheep when I was there in the beginning of November. Let's see where I have it. I have it here behind me. It's over here. So it's this one. So it's Nest from Magpie Fibers. It's worsted weight, and the colorway is called Twilight Honey. It's beautiful. I absolutely love working with it. It has a beautiful sheen, as you can see. It's absolutely gorgeous for knitting anything with texture. You can see this little seed stitch pattern over here, how well you can see the stitch definition, and the cables just like seem to pop out of this fabric. So it's a new favorite yarn of mine. It's also very soft. But yeah, that's everything I had for today. It was a bit longer episode because I wanted to show you something more than just what I have on my needles. So remember, today's highlighted Christmas countdown pattern was the Robin Beanie, and the pattern is available both on Ravelry as well as in my webshop on sarinaldon.com. You can get the pattern now with a 24% discount, and the discount is valid until the end of tomorrow, December 5th, midnight Helsinki time. So if you want to join our Robin Beanie family, then now is your chance. But yeah, see you tomorrow for a new release.